It's time. So here comes Saúl Álvarez, nicknamed Canelo, which translates to cinnamon. He got that nickname because of the freckles on his face and the color of his hair. Rayan Spice Boy Rhodes, who at the age of 20 became the youngest post-war holder of the British title and has also challenged for the WBO middleweight title.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now introducing from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. At 20 years of age, he is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 36 wins, no losses, one draw with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the young undefeated world contender, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Sheffield, England. Here is a British, an international, and a European light middleweight champion, Rayan Spice Boy Rhodes.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Caution being thrown to the wind. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Misses with the straight left. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
No rest for the weary. Punch, counter-punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. One moment change. Did you see that? We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get this boxing back together. Get your mind.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Now, I don't want you to
Let him back into the fight.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
punch and shoot. Nice defense on that left uppercut. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. Is he gonna punch himself out though? One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they kick? Get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Punch caught him clean. That hook just can't find the target. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he misses with that straight left. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's a counter shot. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Don't let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
A perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? Couldn't land that jab. Beautiful counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Missed him with that uppercut. Good counter punch. That That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Relax, relax. So just keep him on the end of his jab.
Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter shot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. Whoa, wait a minute. Ryan Rhodes just got walloped. Hold it right there. Ryan Rhodes did not take that punch well, and he may go down. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Canelo Álvarez just got rocked in a big way. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Well done with that counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Take him out. He's too tired.
And there's the bell to start round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Nice counter punch. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How'd you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. Tried to score with the uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
That jab's looking nice.
And there's the bell for round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything...
And down goes Ryan Rhodes. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Gotta waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
I need to turn this. Pull it right there. It's code red time for Ryan Rhodes. Say it ain't so. The Spice Boy is down. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Rhodes in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done.
Just keep him.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. You can't score with that uppercut. A perfect counter lands. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
counter-punching. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And he wasn't ready for that counter-punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
Good man.
And there's the bell for round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Ryan Rhodes just got walloped. He somehow weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have no excuse for gassing out.
Round. You stay focused now. Don't let him...
Get focused and get your mind back on the job. Get back out there.
And there's the bell to start round 10. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punch. Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it. And the referee will allow this to continue. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. That right hook won't score. That counter shot lands. A swing and a miss with that jab. And yes, there's a cut, and the referee will stop the action. That will do it. Tough luck here, as this fight is over.
I was getting a little anxious there. This is a career-ending fight.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight had carried on? These guys are going to have to do it all over again.